Hey everyone, this is Joe the Aviator Fan and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are at Gislingham Church today, although the reason we were there was because of a christening of a little baby whose name I won't mention because technically I don't really want to, expose their existence, but then again, yeah. Anyways, what we're going to do today is have a little look around Gislingham Church, because why not? And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get inside. So the main attraction is the brick red tower. According to a Suffolk church's website, there was a medieval tower before it. Alright, so here's the tower. Here's it right there. It's red brick. As you can see, it's in a bit of a pudgy or puffy state, which means it's rather big. So basically, there used to be another tower in place of that. Technically, according to the vicar who I had a word with, they would rebuild parts of the church constantly, and I don't know why, but so yeah, there's the tower, big red brick one, which is, of course, in my opinion, my favourite type of, building. As we go around here, we see two... Alright, so basically there are two sections of a church. We have the nave, which is this part. This is where all the congregation sit, i.e. the people who sit in the pews. And at the back is the chancel. The chancel is where the altar is located. So keep in mind that we're seeing two different materials of this building. So for this one, it's the nave. This entire section there is the nave. There's the porch, the entrance to the church. And there's the chancel. If you look over there, if you can see, the stone, the rock brick one there. So, as we move forward to the other side, we've got the red brick tower there. And as we move forward, we have a much more better view of it. So yeah, this material is, believe it or not, comprised entirely of bricks. Now, this is probably the first time you, or me myself, has seen this tower. So basically, the reddest of the bricks is at the top, and the more darkest, palest of the bricks, so let's say here, and got a couple over there, up there. So basically, it goes from dark to light. And that's a tower room door. Moving that way, we have more of the nave. This is the nave here, as I mentioned. So, basically, although in actuality, there are about two sections to the church. We have the nave, as I've said before, which is where the congregation sits, and the chancel, which is where the altar and the back window is. This is the stairwell that leads up into the belfry, which is up there. So, the church originally has three sections. So, the tower or tower room, so five I think. The tower room, the belfry, the nave, and the chancel. That's technically four, but in actuality, it's only two sections of a church. This is the Devil's Door. I'll explain about this. According to one of the people who I was in respite with back in Mellis, this door was used as a way for the devil to escape. So, for instance, if someone got baptized or christened and they had the soul of the devil within them, the holy water would expel the devil, forcing him to leave out of this door you see before ye, also known as the Devil's Door. So if you look inside here, we can see a bit of what's inside of the church. There's also me. Hello, folks. And we have a bit more there. We might get to go inside. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. We have another Devil's Door, which I don't know if it's open. We're going to try. Locked. But yeah, the chancel has a different material to the nave. It kind of makes them set apart, really. And here is the back part of the church. This is I like to call it the central stained glass window. So I think it's amazing with churches on how long they end up standing, you know. So yeah, that's the outside. We're going to do the inside now. So in order to go into the inside, what you want to do is follow this path towards the porch. The porch is regarded as the entrance to the church. We have a white gate here, and moment of truth. It's locked. Wait. Oh, it isn't, thank God. Okay, so we are in the inside of the church now. This is the door, which I will photograph for this church over here. And this is the font. This font was just used a couple of hours ago for the baptizing of a little baby. So the font technically is like the centerpiece of the church. So they'd have like holy water in there. If it was a baptizing, people would have their head dunked into it. If it was a christening, they'd either had their head dipped into it, or they'd have a little shell-like thing to put the water on. And then they say, the Father, pour water on, the Son, pour water on, the Ghost. These impressive things are booth pews or box pews, depending on what you want to call them. They've got individual numbers, C5, 4, basically 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, into 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's no one really. This is the altar. It's like another place where the vicar or reverend, depending on what you want to call them, would stand. And now, sorry about my finger, we have lovely stained glass windows with these impressive coats of arms on. They must signify something, I don't know. Oh, and we've got teapot, in case you need tea. I think God allows tea. Here's the organ. Basically, this is what... can't open it, but there'd be keys. You'd also press on these pedals. So these pipes would have this like weird sound come out and would like tune depending on what you're playing. This is the chancel. As I said before, this is where the altar is. So here's the altar. You've got 2 candles and a lovely stand in the middle. And there it says, Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us, therefore let us keep the feast. This, I think, is referring to the Last Supper. Again, I don't know. And here's the roof. It's beautiful, I know. So here we have what I like to call choir pews. The choir would mostly sit there. And we have an example of, I don't know, old ancient screens. They're wooden screens. So that's kind of it, really. That's what the inside has to offer us. But one more thing. We'll head over to these pews. These are the type of standard pews you get inside of a church. So technically you've got boxed pews there, normal pews here. So these pews would be carved with various symbols and stuff. And we have a mirror with me on. You might as well see what I look like. Hey guys, this is Joe the Aviator Fan here. I hope all of you are doing well, I guess. So yeah, I hope you all are doing well in your lives. This is the door to the bell room. I'm not walking any further because I'm scared. I'm not kidding, the belfries fucking frightened me. I went in the belfry once before. Nope, never again. And there is, let me zoom in, is the coat of arms of George the something. Then again, I don't know. But my church knowledge is rather... George the First, I think. Then again, I don't really know. I said that before. All churches have coats of arms. So yeah, This is the inside. Got a font cap and a wooden cross. You could play to be crucified. That sounds offensive. Again, please don't attack me, religious people. Keep in mind, I don't mock God whilst I'm in a church, right? So yeah, I guess that'll do for the video. We'll go outside to conclude, and I'll say bye-bye and thanks. And I'll stay here to get some pictures for this church calling group I'm part of. So yeah, here's the outer door. Lovely wood. So, yeah. That concludes the video. Again, sorry if it's a short video. These church videos do tend to be short because I don't know what I'm talking about half of the time. So yeah, this is Gislingham Church. Thank you so much for viewing. And again, I hope my content makes you laugh. These videos may be goofy or chaotic because half of the stuff I say half of the time doesn't make fucking sense. And that is true. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. Joe the Aviator. Sorry, let me try that again. Joe the Aviator fan out.